Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome to the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Awards Gala. I'm Bonnie Tejada, Director of Mission and Spirituality, your honored host for tonight's announcement gala. Thank you for being here and being part of this wonderful showcase event in which we celebrate outstanding individuals and teams across our organization. There are more than 280 people in attendance this year, including members of our board, community and foundation boards, leaders from across the Covenant family, and our most honored guests, our nominees, their guests, and those who supported their nomination. What a lovely looking crowd. Look around. It's wonderful to be together and to celebrate together this afternoon. We're also thrilled to welcome Covenant teams and supporters from across the province. So I'm not sure exactly where they are, but there's some cameras live streaming our event today to our colleagues and friends who can't be here in person. So welcome to all those around the province. We're glad you can join us in this way. Now, for those in the room and those watching online, we have an opportunity to join the conversation through our hashtag for the event. And you'll see it up on the screen, CovMA17. Let me get my phone so I can tweet as I go. Some of you know in recent years I've co-emceed this event with Gordon Self, our Vice President of Mission Ethics and Spirituality. And I've always thought that maybe my main role up here was to try to keep Gordon on the script. And that took a little bit of my energy. So with all my extra time up here, I might be able to do some tweeting along as we proceed. So this afternoon, our nominees are recognized by their colleagues and the patients, residents, and families they serve for demonstrating our mission in ordinary but powerful ways. Their embodiment of Covenant Health's values is evident in their behavior, their attitude, and the spirit in which they engage their work. It is extremely important in the busyness of our days that we pause to take the time to honor them and to celebrate together. What we choose to celebrate shows what we value. And what we spend time focusing on has a way of changing our actions into the future. Our awards show that our people are important to us, and that our people living our core values with those we care for is really the peak moment in our life as an organization. Today, we will hear stories of the animating spark that makes Covenant Health special. Each nomination tells a story of people who, in their own unique way and capability, go about their work. As we hear their stories, we are invited again to remember the significance of our work. Our mission is rooted in the healing ministry of Jesus. Today, we hear stories of how that ministry is carried on through powerful encounters. When we give a patient or resident hope to see beyond the moment of despair, helping them through their recovery, or accompanying a person in their mental illness, we live the mission. When we find a way to navigate through difficult financial or operational challenges, to move the organization forward in times of uncertainty, we live the mission. These stories presented in the nomination submissions demonstrate that Jesus' healing ministry, through us, continues to make a profound difference in the lives of those we serve. We are all truly blessed to share our collective work with such committed individuals and teams. The examples of mission in action that we will engage in today give us a great gift. And I may be biased, but I think you're in for an inspiring afternoon. And to continue with words of welcome, I'd like to invite Gordon Self, our champion for mission and values, to come forward and bring a word of welcome. Gordon.
Thank you, Bonnie, and good afternoon, everybody. It is wonderful to be here. It's a real delight. For For some of you, if this is your first time to the Mission Awards, you'll just get an impression right from the very beginning. In fact, I think modeled by Bonnie herself. And if there's a word for me that kind of encapsulates, can't say that word. If there's a word that really keep me on track, right, Bonnie? I got to hashtag that one. But if there's a word that I think that really speaks to Mission Awards, for me, it's this word of elegance. It's an elegant event, and the word elegance is it's a lovely word. It's a fragile word, and yet it's very powerful. Much like our mission, we have a beautiful thing with our mission. It's lovely. It's fragile in the sense that if we don't tend to it, like a relationship, you can get drift. It can become dull. So we want to tend our mission, and like a flower, you want to hold it lovely. You want to hold it in your hands and protect it. It's much like in Scripture we talk about the pearl of fine value, or the treasure in the field, and that's what we're here for today. We're gathered, we're dressed to our finest. We bring that elegance to this event because what we're about is a beautiful thing. It's a lovely enterprise, caring for people, being part of, being privileged to be at people's most vulnerable moments of their lives, and they welcome us into that space. That's a privilege, and all of us, no matter what our role within the organization, all have a way of touching that person in the bed, and so it's a beautiful thing. It's something that we want to continue to deepen. It's something that we want to not protect in terms of holding it back, but something that we want to grow, we want to tend, and we want it to kind of continue to deepen within our organization and to give it away. And that's why we have Mission Awards. And so earlier today, we were talking at a leaders retreat, and we're talking about helping one another. And that actually was something that I was going to share. So for those Latin scholars in the room, no doubt I'm going to butcher this saying, but within the pharmacy community, not so much with Covenant perhaps, but within the fraternity of pharmacists, certainly in Ann Arbor, Michigan, they've adopted this Latin saying. Sister Creta's in the audience here, and she might remember a person that we know in common that may perhaps reference this. So it's alterum alterius auxilio egat, which means each needs the help of the other. And that's why we have Mission Awards. And for those of you who are nominated, who feel perhaps, gosh, all this limelight and who am I would say in return, why not you? And we need to celebrate you because you kind of inspire us. And it's because of you and those who nominated you today that we're able to have this beautiful event and to celebrate our mission and to look at ways in which we can deepen it. And that's a way in which we help one another. And so I would just invite you to relax, enjoy this event, smile a lot. For all our nominees, congratulations. For 6 recipients, we will support you with as you be that ambassador. We talked earlier today too about ambassadors. And our mission recipients are our ambassadors, but so is everybody in this room, our nominees, our boards, our staff. All of you are ways in which we can help one another. So have a great afternoon, and congratulations again to all our nominees. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon, for modeling the way and continually reminding us of the things that are important. So today we honor 37 individuals and 16 teams from across Alberta who are nominated for awards in 6 categories that reflect our Covenant Health values: compassion, respect, collaboration, social justice, integrity, and stewardship. Each one of these awards was adjudicated by a panel that included last year's recipients, staff members, and physicians, using criteria that reflects the meaning behind each value. I have to tell you, this is an extremely tough job, and the committee undertakes this work with the highest standards of integrity and confidentiality. I would also like to thank our nominators who make this event possible. Without taking the time to tell the story of your colleague, their impact and their work would only be known by the few people around them. Instead, our Mission Award events gives us the opportunity to tell their story farther afield, and it encourages us, all of us in our work, and helps us inspire a shared vision of a healing community. So it may go without saying, but with 53 nominations and only 6 awards to be given, I need to stress that the 47 nominees who will not be chosen today as the winners are already the winners by virtue of being here. So accordingly, I would like to invite all of the nominees to please stand and be recognized with a round of applause. So all of our nominees this year. Congratulations. So as Gordon alluded to this, the Covenant Health Mission Awards are our version of the Academy Awards, our Oscars, a red carpet celebration where just to be nominated is indeed an honor. In a moment, you will experience our nominees on the big screen and hear the words of their nominators describing how their work touches the lives of people around them. You will see writ large our mission at work. Now, we don't want to replicate everything that happened at the Oscars this past year. If you watched, you may know what I'm referring to. And we're trying really hard to keep all the envelopes straight and all the categories organized. Also, unlike the Oscars, we do not ask the recipients to give a long speech where they'll inevitably be piped off the stage with music and sort of a gentle hand. So don't worry, if you've prepared your comments, you can just tuck those away. We just invite you to come forward to receive the award and to have a photograph taken. So sit back and relax. From its formation almost 10 years ago, Covenant Health signaled what we were all about with a compelling mission statement and a set of defining values. Since that time, the expectations have been clear: to live our values and to hold one another accountable for the decisions we make is all of our responsibility in order to achieve our mission. There are no greater champions of this than the Covenant Health Board of Directors. They take our mission and values very seriously and look forward to being part of this event every year. Representing the Covenant Health Board of Directors today is Board Chair Ed Stelmach. Please join me in welcoming Ed to the stage to bring greetings on behalf of the board.
Well, thank you, Bonnie. As we are in the Easter season, Christ is risen. Honored nominees, nominators, friends and colleagues, good afternoon and welcome. And to those of you who have traveled a great distance, we hope that your trip here was most pleasant. It is an immense pleasure to welcome everybody on behalf of the Covenant Board of Directors and to bring greetings, as Bonnie said, to the 8th Annual Covenant Health Mission Awards Gala. I'm told this is the largest gala yet. It exceeds all the expectations, the numbers of nominations and guests attending. And that is a testament to the previous gala sponsorships, and I think it just goes to elevate the profile of the gala a bit more every year, and also profile the teams that have been nominated for living our mission and our values. So congratulations to all of you for your leadership, your contributions, and your commitment. As some of you may know, I have long roots in rural Alberta, and a special place in my heart for the invaluable service our farming communities provide to Albertans. And I can't think of a more practical example of service and ensuring people have good food on their tables to eat. Our farmers are busy at this time of the year. Well, they should be busy at this time of the year, waiting for the sun to come out. But, they grow food. They tend to the seedlings, watching them sprout, which eventually becomes the bread, the cereal, or the vegetables that nourish our families. And you can never be certain with each growing season what that season will bring. And so it's not overstating the obvious to our farmers possess a remarkable gift of resilience and tenacity, and to a large degree, stubbornness. In some ways, this is the kind of resilience and tenacity which we celebrate today. We tend to the smallest kernels of our mission, like leaven, allowing it to sink deep into the roots, into the life of our organizational culture, and then harvest its fruits, which ultimately manifests itself in quality, compassionate care that distinguishes Covenant. It takes a certain vision to know the importance of tending to the smallest, seemingly intangible things. And yet this is precisely what we step back today to acknowledge. I'm reminded of Archbishop Oscar Romero's famous prayer when he says, "This is what we are all about. We plant seeds that will one day will grow. We water seeds already planted, knowing that they hold future promise. We lay foundations that will need further development. We provide yeast that produces effects beyond our capabilities." And these mission awards are really a bit like that. We plant seeds with innovative practices, leadership influence, and our positive attitude that yields a harvest or legacy that is bigger than any one of us. The 37 individuals, 16 teams, may ask themselves, in humility, who am I or are they to be recognized? You may say, I'm just doing my job. I'm an ordinary person, frontline worker, maybe someone hidden in the back of the facility, someplace looking after records, whatever, a member of the team. But I say, who are they not to be recognized? And our board and the senior leadership team shares that value. Their efforts create, model our desired culture, forge our reputation in the community, and with government attract and retain other dedicated staff, physicians, volunteers, and most importantly, respond to the patient or resident in the bed by imminently practical expressions of mission which they exude. Our Mission Award nominees inspire others to do the same. Like seeds released to the wind and scattered on rich soil. And so it's fitting that we shine a little light on our nominees today and maybe toast them with some libations afterwards in celebration to help our mission and values take root and grow. In his same prayer, Oscar Romero reminds us, we cannot do everything, and there is a sense of liberation in realizing that. This enables us to do something and to do it very well. It may be incomplete, but it is a beginning, a step along the way, an opportunity for the Lord's grace to enter and to do the rest. And that is so, so true. As board chair and as a member of the board, I know full well the challenges we face as an organization. My board colleagues and I recognize that, there's never enough time, money, people, physical space, or energy to meet every need. The way I see it, that leaves us two fundamental options, both related to a question of attitude. One, we can just stop and give up, pretending the person in our care doesn't exist, or silence their cry for help, which is something clearly we won't do as Covenant. Second, we hold up our achievements, milestones that move us forward in realizing our vision, much like the recent commitment by the government to redevelop the Misericordia Emergency Department space. It's a step along the way. Much as our own humble achievements are also a step along the way in achieving our vision. We tend to encourage one another, knowing that these steps will add up. Collectively, we can see the value-added contributions that our Mission Award nominees are recognized for. We celebrate them in responding to unmet needs in our community, implementing quality and safety initiatives, collaborating with partners to leverage resources, improve patient flow, and supporting colleagues in their work when critical incidents impact caregivers. And we say, well, is enough? Well, the farmer in me always says there's always more to do. Another crop to plant, another bumper crop, hopefully. That's why I'm still farming for 40-some years. But it is something to look forward to. And, you know, when I look at the vulnerable patients, the residents that you all take care of, then all our steps forward are worth it, every one. Some might say, well, Ed, you're an eternal optimist, and point out the challenges in healthcare. My reply to that is just don't look at me, but look at all of you. Somehow the pool of the Mission Awards nominations dried up, and people scoffed at the token gestures to our values at Covenant. I might be tempted to give up, but I ask, how could we do that given the overwhelming evidence to the contrary in this room? It's truly a matter of perspective. And you know, this is a good year to celebrate. Canada turns 150, and I can't help but acknowledge that what we have accomplished as a nation has been forged by the seemingly intangible stuff of vision, shared values, and a distinguishing culture strengthened through conflict and adversity. And now we're just beginning to think ahead of another birthday, and that's our 10 years as Covenant Health. Romero is right, therefore, when he reminds us that it helps now and then to step back and take a long view. The Mission Awards Gala allows us to do that. Step back, get a little perspective on all of what we have accomplished, what makes us successful, and what will help us to continually grow. We are all those optimistic and slightly stubborn farmers planting seeds, believing healthcare is a noble calling, even if the work is hard and unpredictable. It takes these reminders today to see the rich harvest we've also reaped in the last 10 years. The gala gives us a little perspective, helping to believe that being faithful to our mission and value does translate into quality. It translates into compassionate care, does help us to balance our budgets, does help us to respond to unmet needs, and it does help advance our ministry for the next 10, 20, even 150 years. The sisters, or some are present with us today, to whom we are indebted for their legacy of service, were also eternal optimists, characterized by that same rugged determination to make a go at it. They'd be the first ones to say today, thank you for what you've done. And I'd be remiss if I didn't express on behalf of our board our own gratitude for living Covenant's mission and values and helping us all believe in a future worth striving for. So I thank you for all you do. And on a very, very personal note, there are some people in this province that still recognize me when I walk down the street. They may say, geez, aren't you that mayor or something? But the one thing they seem to connect with and that is that I have this pleasure of serving on the Covenant Board of Directors, and the very incredible positive comments that are transferred to me on a very, very regular basis, no matter where I'm in the city of Edmonton or any of our other facilities across this great province. So thank you once again. God bless.
Thank you, Ed. I'm a gardener and anxiously awaiting the chance to put some seeds in the ground, so I connect with that metaphor. I'd like to invite now Patrick Damali, Covenant Family CEO and President of Covenant Health, and Megan Alice, Corporate Lead for Mission and Ethics, to join Ed and I here on stage as we're about to begin the award presentation. As they come to the stage, we want to take a moment to recognize last year's 2016 Mission Award recipients who continue to serve as ambassadors of our mission and in turn will be the ones who announce this year's recipients. So as I name each of last year's recipients, I'm going to ask you to do the hardest thing tonight, and that's just to hold your applause till I get through the list, and then we'll give them a rousing applause. So if you will stand, the recipients from last year, as I call your name. For compassion in the intensive care unit from the Misericordia Community Hospital. For respect, Mike Irwin, housekeeping attendant, Villa Caritas. For collaboration, stand up there, Mike. And then, yes, the ICU folks. For collaboration, Laura Lee Hart, finance manager from Bonnyville Health Centre. For social justice, the IRSM waitlist task force from the Misericordia. For integrity, Tracy Sommerfeld, senior director of operations for Rural Seniors Care. And for stewardship, operating room, St. Mary's Hospital, Camrose. So please give a round of applause for last year's recipients. Thank you. These are esteemed alumni of the Mission Awards.
Thank you, Bonnie. Our first award is the Compassion Award. While we may be technically proficient in the delivery of healthcare, our values call us also to be proficient of the heart, to recognize and respond with empathy and unconditional regard for those we care for. Our value of compassion compels us to treat others as we would like to be treated. So please turn your attention to the screens to view the Compassion nominees.
Agnes displays compassion by being a team player who focuses on providing exceptional care to the residents at Youville Home. Agnes puts the needs of the residents above all else and continues working until she's sure the residents' needs have been met. She cares for all residents regardless of whether they are her assigned residents or not. Agnes also takes the time to decorate every holiday season, creating a warm and happy environment for the residents and staff. Agnes is actively involved in finding solutions to problems and emulates warmth, humility, and compassion as a healthcare aide at Youville Home. Blaine is an integral part of the emergency department and critical care teams at the Grey Nuns Hospital because of the compassionate care he provides to patients and family members. He's able to work with families in times of joy and times of sorrow, and is often the first to volunteer to assist in any way he can. Recently, Blaine's compassionate nature was demonstrated when he stood by the side of a family whose child was passing away. He made sure the family was able to spend valuable time with their child, and he even followed up with them after they left the hospital to ensure they had the proper supports. Blaine's compassionate care and support doesn't stop at the doors of the hospital. It continues on in the hearts of those he serves.
Compassion is a value that Christina holds strong to in her role at St. Joseph's Auxiliary Hospital. She is always available for a hug or shoulder to cry on. She goes above and beyond her job description by helping ease and comfort residents. She takes the time to learn each resident's quirks and preferences and always has the energy to make them feel comfortable. Christina has provided comfort and companionship to those who are dying, so they are not alone in their last hours. The families and residents always feel better knowing that Christina's compassionate care is by their side.
Everyone at the Killam Health Centre knows volunteer Christine for her compassionate and gentle care with residents. Every Thursday, the dining hall is filled to capacity with residents gathering to sing hymns with Christine. Christine understands the importance of consistency for persons with dementia and always starts with the same 4 hymns. In the summer, Christine hosts a picnic in her garden at her farm, where she gives everyone a tour and then serves them lunch. At Christmas, she writes personalized cards to each of the residents and takes the time to sit and visit with them. The residents and staff at the Killam Health Centre feel loved and cared for whenever Christine is around.
Corwin Weber is a shining example of compassion in action at Our Lady of the Rosary Hospital in Castor. Corwin's role in the Nutrition and Food Services Department allows him to provide compassionate care to residents by preparing meals that are well thought out for the needs of each resident. He often comes in early to learn about a resident's diet before cooking. He volunteers to assist wheelchair-bound residents to church services and once a year has a party on his farm for residents to come out and enjoy a farm picnic. Corwin is a selfless individual who goes the extra mile. His compassionate care not only benefits the hospital, but the entire community as well. Diane is an example and leader that everyone looks up to in her position as resident care manager on Unit 7Y at the Edmonton General. Diane's compassionate nature is displayed every day, but it was most evident when a flood happened recently. She immediately jumped into action, redirecting and caring for residents who were impacted. She consistently told her staff to take care of the residents first. Diane nurtures a caring, home-like atmosphere on her unit, as she has a habit of stopping to see all the residents before she leaves for the day. The attentive care that Diane provides creates a compassionate home for the residents on 7Y.
Dr. Kutsia exemplifies compassion in his practice as a physician at the Bonnyville Health Centre by going above and beyond what is expected of him. Dr. Kutsia specifically requests to be notified of patients with complex medical problems who don't have a physician to ensure that they are being looked after either by himself or a colleague in the community. He ensures his patients know they are cared for by personally calling to check up on them. He even booked the day off to travel with one of his patients to Edmonton to speak with a specialist about the best way to care for the man's complex needs. Compassion is more than just an action for Dr. Kutsia. It is a way of life for him in his everyday interactions with those he serves.
Martha and Beth, the intrastomal therapy nurses at the Misericordia Hospital, display compassion in their high-quality care that maintains the dignity of each patient during times of vulnerability. Their compassion is shown in their teaching and support for pre-op and post-op, as well as in follow-up care in surgical bowel procedures. They take the time and care with each patient through a procedure that can have significant body image change and psychosocial effects. They are also an amazing resource for other services as they are sought out to share their model of exemplary care. Martha and Beth are champions of compassionate, holistic patient care and improve the quality of life for each patient they meet.
Compassion is more than just an action for Glenn. It is ingrained in the very character of who he is and how he interacts with people at the Banff Mineral Springs Hospital. He goes above what is expected of him to let the residents know they are cared for. He will arrive early at the chapel to ensure the room is a comfortable temperature for residents before a service. Glenn brings joy to the residents by hosting a pub night once a month. Glenn plays and leads the residents in singing songs of their choice, Because of Glenn's compassionate nature, the residents at Banff Mineral Springs Hospital are cared for in the best way possible. Jim's role as a chaplain at St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose requires a gentle touch, a positive attitude, and most importantly, compassion. Jim is easy to approach, genuine, optimistic, and honest. He has displayed compassion by putting together a special package for families relating to death and dying, including special resources for parents dealing with pregnancy loss. Jim has been seen caring for a toddler in the hallway while the parent receives medical attention, and then in the next hour serving others by holding a service in the chapel. Jim is a shining light at St. Mary's, providing compassionate care and guidance to all who need it.
Ken's compassionate nature is evident with patients and residents in his role as a driver at Villa Caritas. He takes time to talk and interact with patients while also working quickly and efficiently. Ken once helped a patient who was upset about having to leave his home. Ken recognized this and drove to the patient's house to help him pack and carry his belongings. He also spent time with the patient to listen and talk with him in order to help him move forward with the transition. Because of Ken's compassionate nature, patients at Villa Caritas know they are in good hands.
Understanding and compassion are embedded in the interactions that the patient registration team shows to every individual who walks through the doors of the hospital. The patient registration team is often the first point of contact people have when coming through the doors. The team understands that people are vulnerable when they come in and need compassion to feel at ease. One example of the team demonstrating compassion is when an unidentified woman arrived in the ER unconscious. The team went above what was required to find the identity of the patient in order to accurately register her and contact her family. Poised and prepared to respond to the expected and unexpected, the patient registration team handles each patient and circumstance with compassion and diligence.
Sister Josephine shows compassion by always demonstrating love, tenderness, warmth, and kindness with those she encounters. She advocates on behalf of the residents by being their voice at site meetings to address improvement initiatives. Sister Josephine helps care for the residents' spiritual well-being by offering spiritual support services at St. Therese Villa, giving special attention to those at end of life. Sister Josephine is a shining light and a true example of what compassion looks like in action. To announce this year's Compassion Award, I invite Trish O'Toole and Kim Shear on behalf of the ICU team from the Misericordia Community Hospital to join us on stage.
The Compassion Award recognizes an individual or team who show extraordinary caring that goes beyond their normal duties to demonstrate empathy, hope, and commitment to those we serve.
It is my pleasure to announce the recipient for the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Award for Compassion, and the award goes to Dr. Louis Coutier.
Congratulations, Dr. Kutsia. Our next award is the Respect Award. The Respect Award recognizes individuals who demonstrate respect in their work environment and community. Through their words and actions, recipients of the Respect Award demonstrate that all people are created in God's image and must be treated with respect and dignity, regardless of their circumstance.
Please watch our Respect nominees in action.
Showing respect to others comes naturally to Amelia when she is interacting with staff and patients at the Bonnyville Health Centre. With her bubbly and radiant personality, she creates a positive, joyful, and appealing work environment. Everyone knows that Amelia is someone who they can rely on. She takes the time to truly listen to the people she interacts with. Amelia has been a key player in organizing Christmas parties, participating in the community garden, and an active participant in secret shadow activities at the facility. Amelia leaves people feeling better and happier after each interaction with her.
Carly shows respect to every person by developing genuine, trusting relationships with those she interacts with as a rehab assistant at St. Michael's Health Centre. Carly is always aware of people who have no voice and are isolated due to complex health issues. When she sees a need, she won't hesitate to ask for advice about how best to care for each resident. Carly finds ways to connect with each person through music. The motivation behind her work is love and respect for the people she serves. Carly respects each resident by showing a genuine interest in who they are and giving her undivided attention to them.
Because of the way she shows respect to others, Donna is a well-respected senior nurse in the emergency department at St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose. Due to the nature of the environment she works in, respect is key to keeping patients, families, and staff calm when delivering care. Her colleagues value her opinions and judgment. Donna is happy to share her wealth of knowledge and experience with new team members to ensure patients are given the best care. Donna's respectful demeanor makes everyone feel listened to and valued at St. Mary's Hospital.
Jean is always kind and caring, demonstrating respect to residents, family members, and staff as a registered nurse at the Killam Health Centre. Jean is approachable in any situation and takes every opportunity to assist staff. She is ready to give guidance to new team members, which ensures the residents are given the best care. If a resident is anxious or agitated, she will take time to listen to what is bothering them and comfort them. Many of the staff call her Grandma Jeannie because she makes everyone feel like they are part of her family at the Killam Health Centre.
Lisa creates a culture of respect with residents and staff in her role as an LPN at Our Lady of the Rosary Hospital in Castor. Many of the residents who come into long-term care are transitioning from a life of independence to needing help with their most basic needs. Lisa understands how important it is to make this transition smooth and supports residents to maintain their dignity. One example of this is when a resident needed extra time in the morning to get ready on his own. Lisa respected this by supporting him to complete the tasks independently. Because of this, the resident felt empowered and respected. Lisa shows leadership on her team as she demonstrates a positive, exemplary attitude. Michael is a team player who is a model of respect for staff and residents at the Edmonton General. As an RN, Michael has interactions with a variety of residents and staff members in his daily activities. People can freely come to him with questions or concerns, and he will answer questions by first listening and then responding. He treats everyone equally and makes those he interacts with feel comfortable. Respect is an integral part of Michael's character, and everyone on the unit feels this when they interact with him.
It's not very often you hear people brag about how good the food tastes in the hospital, but the Banff Mineral Springs Hospital is an exception to this perception, thanks to the respect demonstrated by the Nutrition and Food Services team. This team creates a dining experience rather than just preparing something to eat. The staff build relationships with each resident and understand what they like and dislike with their meals. The residents at Banff Mineral Springs Hospital are honored and celebrated thanks to the respect demonstrated by the Nutrition and Food Services team.
Sinead displays respect by showing empathy for everyone and treating all residents as she herself would want to be treated. Residents at Uville Home feel respected by her in the way she consistently gives the same level of exceptional care to everyone. Sinead communicates with respect and dignity. She finds ways to communicate with residents to make sure they understand her. She doesn't rush them, but shows patience that honors their independence. Sinead always takes time to listen to the residents and meet their needs to the highest standard.
I invite Mike Irwin, housekeeping attendant from Villa Caritas, to come forward to announce the recipient of the Respect Award.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Respect Award celebrates those who demonstrate through their words and actions the intricate values of each person, regardless of their circumstance. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Award. Respect for goes to Lisa Bagshaw.
Congratulations, Lisa. Our next award is the Collaboration Award. The Collaboration Award recognizes individuals or teams that bring people together to improve how programs or services are provided to have a greater impact in their communities. Collaboration includes bringing together people within Covenant Health as well as engaging external partners, illustrating how we can achieve more together than on our own. Please watch the stories of our collaboration nominees.
Annie advocates for residents through collaboration with staff, physicians, and many departments as a physiotherapist at Banff Mineral Springs Hospital. This has been especially evident through her tireless efforts to raise funds to purchase a solo track and adaptive bicycle. These initiatives enhance the physical and mental well-being of many residents and patients. One resident said, "I haven't been on a bike since I was 12 years old." Annie collaborated with local businesses to provide riding apparel such as safety vests, helmets, mittens, and even bells for the bicycle. Banff Mineral Springs Hospital is made better thanks to Annie's ability to collaborate with so many disciplines and community members. Sherilyn has been a valuable leader at St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose for 11 years, and collaboration has been key in her success. Sherilyn was an integral part in forming a team known as Team Collaboration, with members from various departments in the hospital. This team gathers together to visit and talk with staff in each department about their concerns and needs in serving patients to the best of their ability. Because of these conversations, great changes are being made throughout the hospital. Through collaboration, Sherilyn has created a cohesive work environment that staff and patients all benefit from. The Child and Adolescent Mental Health Clinic in Bonnyville is not only a collaboration between staff members, but also a cooperation between diverse community agencies. The clinic was formed due to a growing demand for a program that could meet the mental health needs of teens in the community. Through the collaborative efforts of the school boards, Alberta Health Services, the local RCMP, and Covenant Health, funding and training were brought in to develop a team who could help meet the youth mental health needs. This large-scale community collaboration shows the power of working together to create a real change in the lives of those we serve.
Donna shows collaboration by encouraging her staff to share ideas and work together to accomplish a goal. She is able to motivate and encourage others in a way that includes everyone as a part of a team, where they feel valued and important. Donna supports her staff and their new ideas while recognizing their strengths and weaknesses. She works with each team member accordingly in a sincere and united way. She regularly puts together lunch potlucks and welcomes other departments to join her team. Donna is excellent at creating a team environment and providing reliable, dependable care at St. Joseph's Auxiliary Hospital.
Collaboration is key to the success of the facilities maintenance and engineering team at the Killam Health Centre. This team is responsible for ensuring that all the mechanical systems are running smoothly in order to keep the residents comfortable. They must work with a variety of departments inside and outside the facility in order to succeed. The team understands that if a piece of equipment were to malfunction or be taken out of service, that it impacts the entire building. Therefore, they are always doing preventative maintenance and fixing things in a timely fashion. Because of the team's excellent communication skills and willingness to work with others, the Killam Health Centre runs smoothly and efficiently.
Developing the new NICU at the Misericordia Hospital required extensive collaboration, which was exemplified by Lanston and Grant. They were integral to the planning and development of the project through collaboration with existing teams in the NICU, architects, construction workers, and many other areas of expertise. They sourced and ordered the proper equipment while also providing staff training. They went beyond their usual scope to fill in any gaps in the process to ensure the needs of the infants were met. Lanston and Grant's commitment to collaboration between all disciplines has ensured the success of the new NICU at the Misericordia.
The Hospitality Services team at St. Mary's Healthcare Centre in Trochu practice collaboration every day by the way they support one another. At Christmas, they combined their artistic talents to transform the cafeteria into a magical Christmas wonderland that residents and staff enjoy. This initiative requires the team to plan, coordinate, and create an exceptional display that produces a sense of wonder for everyone. This group sets an example of what great teamwork can accomplish and fosters an atmosphere of collaboration and creativity in the whole facility.
Judy demonstrates collaboration by inspiring others to work together for the common good of all the residents at Yeovil Home. Through her leadership and enthusiasm, she was able to bring together the maintenance department, kitchen staff, recreation department, resident choir, and many others to create a Christmas light-up event. It was Judy's passion to bring people together that made it such a fabulous event for the whole Yeovil community. Judy tirelessly looks for ways to improve Yeovil Home by putting the residents first and making everyone feel welcome. The SCORE team at the Grey Nuns Hospital demonstrated a commitment to patient safety through collaboration across different disciplines to create a new triage acuity tool. The obstetrical assessment clinic was experiencing a 17% increase in outpatients over the past 5 years and an increase of 600 per year between 2011 and 2015. the team responded to the growing needs by working together. This multidisciplinary team included representatives from management, physicians, nursing staff, unit clerks, unit attendants, and process improvement. The SCORE team collaborated with staff and multidisciplinary colleagues to facilitate positive change and share resources that ensure healthy outcomes for patients and their families.
Lucy promotes integrated team functioning through collaboration at St. Michael's Health Centre by communicating effectively and engaging others. When Alberta Health Services announced that St. Michael's was receiving funding for 48 new supported living beds, there was an urgent need to hire 30 new staff members. Lucy spearheaded a hiring fair with 80 interviews over 2 days and worked diligently with several departments to ensure there would be no barriers in moving forward. Lucy's coordination and execution of large tasks is made possible by her ability to collaborate and include others in a supportive team environment.
The Villa Caritas Rehabilitation Services team demonstrates collaboration by working together to provide holistic care to patients. The team was able to transform from a long-term care to an acute mental health approach and meet many of the identified gaps in service delivery to patients. They initiated new programs and changed old ones by working with the nursing staff, unit managers, spiritual care, physicians, and others. The team made significant positive changes in a very short period of time because of their commitment to their patients and openness to work together in new ways.
As a maintenance supervisor at the Edmonton General, Spencer practices collaboration with many different departments and outside contractors. Spencer promotes teamwork to deal with safety concerns by providing needed explanations and addressing circumstances in a timely fashion. An example of Spencer's collaboration was when he set up a new projector to be used for the education team. Someone from the team had suggested that if Wi-Fi were available, then the recreation team could also use it to live stream events for residents to watch. Spencer was excited to make this work so that many different units could benefit from the equipment. Because of Spencer's great attitude and willingness to collaborate with others, the Edmonton General continues to run smoothly.
Our recipient from last year, Laura Lee Hart, the finance manager from Bonnyville, is not able to be with us tonight. And on her behalf, Sheila Smith, interim vice president and CFO, will present the Collaboration Award.
Thank you. Yeah. How exciting. The Collaboration Award recognizes individuals or teams that bring people together to maximize a positive impact for those we serve, demonstrating that we can achieve more working together than on our own. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Award for Collaboration. This year, the award goes to Child and Adolescent Mental Health Clinic, Bonnyville Health Centre.
Congratulations to the Bonnyville Mental Health Group. We're about halfway there. That was 3. Does anybody need a stretch break? Okay, 3 down, 3 to go. Are you excited? Got some great stories yet to tell. Patrick's excited. That's good. That's good. There's lots of We're on to the Social Justice Award. The Social Justice Award recognizes individuals or teams who devote their energy to the pursuit of social justice. Recipients of this award speak out courageously and consistently for others, offering an unwavering voice for those who are not always heard. Turn your attention to our social justice nominees.
Dawn demonstrates social justice in her daily work by advocating for all patients, staff, and residents. She has taken steps to provide family comforts at St. Joseph's Home that allow family members to stay the night with loved ones, as well as setting up a kids' corner. Dawn has improved communication with partners to advocate for those in her care. Her efforts reach beyond St. Joseph's Home as she helped prepare over 50 bags of essentials for families in Medicine Hat. Dawn always stands up for patients, families, and staff to ensure that their needs are met.
Float nurses at St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose practice social justice by meeting the needs of patients and staff wherever they are needed. They are a team of senior staff members who not only impart their knowledge to those they work alongside, but also work wherever called upon in any situation. This means they must be familiar with every unit and ready to deliver care to all areas of the hospital at a moment's notice. Because of the float nurse team's adaptability and fairness, they are able to champion the needs of a diverse group of patients and see that their needs are met.
Hassan's commitment to social justice is evident by his passion to build a culture that is respectful and treats everyone justly at St. Therese Villa. He is a strong advocate for residents and their families, ensuring that their voices are heard at admission and at annual case conferences. He follows up regularly to ensure that each resident is continuing to receive the best care possible. Hassan understands the importance of listening to staff concerns and addresses them quickly before a problem grows too big. Hassan's high ethical standard provides a model for excellent care to a vulnerable population, and his example encourages others to do the same.
The Maternal Methadone Use and Neonatal Abstinence team has an ongoing commitment to social justice as they advocate for the right to equitable treatment for marginalized pregnant women. The team's comprehensive health promotion strategy challenges the status quo by providing unbiased care to the mothers. The team has seen great success in keeping the mother and baby together, which has helped minimize newborn withdrawal and anxiety. One participant in the program said, "I am so thankful for this program. It saved mine and my daughter's lives. It is life-saving and life-changing." The team has a philosophy of meeting the women where they're at, which has helped the mothers build positive relationships with healthcare workers. The team's ongoing efforts exemplify how one group can create a significant impact in the lives of these vulnerable women.
Social justice was the key driving force for the Nutrition and Food Services leadership team when supporting Uplift, a day of mercy for people living in need in the Edmonton community. The team went above and beyond to ensure high-quality hot meals were provided for those in need. They were diligent in sourcing affordable supplies for the food to ensure that extra funds could be used to provide other services. This team volunteered their time to gather food and beverages, cook, wrap, and serve over 800 people. The Nutrition and Food Services leadership team put their hearts and hands to work in order to make a difference in the lives of a vulnerable population.
Scott is a champion, advocate, and social justice warrior for those who are experiencing challenges in mental health. Scott is a facilitator of the mental health first aid course that teaches employees how to help people who have mental health concerns at work, within their families, and in the community. Scott honors diversity and encourages others to get involved to create a psychologically healthy and safe workplace. He has promoted the Elephant in the Room campaign that seeks to remove the stigma surrounding mental health. Scott lives the value of social justice by consistently advocating for those who are unable to advocate for themselves. Social justice is what best characterizes the work Scott does in his role as a social worker at the Edmonton General. Scott is responsible for a number of units within the facility. One in particular is the Enhanced Support Unit. Through his knowledge of various systems and legislation, Scott finds creative solutions to highly complex issues while keeping to a strong moral compass. Scott engages others with sensitivity and eloquence, but also a sense of humor and a fun-loving approach that makes difficult situations much easier to handle. Scott understands the importance of speaking up for those who do not have a voice and championing their cause.
I would like to invite Joy Hurst and Jacqueline Hills on behalf of the IRSM Waitlist Task Force from the Misericordia Community Hospital to announce the recipient of the Social Justice Award.
The Social Justice Award recognizes those who speak out courageously and consistently for others, bringing attention and hope to the most vulnerable.
It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Award for Social Justice. The award goes to Scott Stewart, Edmonton General, Continuing Care.
Congratulations, Scott. And while this is an elegant event, we can follow the EG crowd there with some yahoos and hoorays from your fan club there. And we're moving on to our Integrity Award.
Thank you, Bonnie. The Integrity Award recognizes individuals or teams who demonstrate the highest standards of ethics and conduct. Recipients of the Integrity Award show a solid commitment to decision-making practices that are congruent with our mission and organizational values, preserving personal and organizational integrity while helping to instill public confidence. Our Integrity nominees. Amy models integrity as she brings people together in her role as a nurse practitioner at the Edmonton General. Amy was instrumental in establishing interdisciplinary team rounds for all the continuing care units. She serves as a mentor for nurse practitioner students and regularly accepts students on clinical placement. Amy was asked to review the medication profile of a newer admission who was struggling with behaviors. Amy went beyond reviewing just the medications and also looked at the number of moves, different care providers, and the resident's care plan. Amy was then able to make meaningful recommendations to help reduce anxiety for the resident. Amy demonstrates integrity through her commitment to working together and addressing critical issues to ensure excellent care for residents.
In her role as supervisor of housekeeping at the Killam Health Centre, Debbie understands the importance of integrity when dealing with residents' personal belongings. Debbie ensures that the residents' laundry is taken care of in a timely manner and keeps track of all articles of clothing that are in her charge. If a resident is missing an article of clothing, she will not rest until the item is located and returned back to the owner. Debbie takes the time to sew labels on every piece of clothing that a resident owns. to ensure that it never goes missing. Debbie's commitment to integrity ensures all of the residents' housekeeping needs are met to the highest standard.
Edwin displays integrity by treating patients with dignity and respect in all situations. Edwin cares for each resident as if they were his own relatives. This is evident when you see how happy and content they are around him. The residents he cares for are always immaculately groomed, and their appearance reflects the individual care he gives. Edwin takes time to comfort and entertain residents by singing and dancing with them, even with residents who have mobility issues. Edwin's way of caring for residents at Youville Home shows integrity because of the genuine and loving ways he demonstrates his commitment to them.
Banff Mineral Springs Hospital benefits greatly from the high standard of integrity that Lila Harter upholds in the facility. She embodies a hard-working attitude and shows inspiring dedication to her position in the scheduling department. No matter the task or how tight the deadlines may be, Lila works hard to stay focused and get the job done with extreme accuracy and efficiency, even if it requires her working during her personal time. Lila's strong work ethic and care for other staff members is a shining example of integrity in action.
Lisa holds to a high standard of integrity in her role on the environmental services team at St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose. Lisa is actively looking for ways to improve cleaning procedures and outcomes. She attended a training program to learn best practice in sterile products cleaning. Lisa brought back the knowledge she had gained and developed a plan to train and certify other members of the team. She felt it was crucial to proper patient care that everyone was trained in best practice. Lisa is committed to keeping all areas sterile and clean. Her integrity sets an example of quality and efficiency that others look up to.
The colposcopy team at the Grey Nuns Hospital demonstrated integrity by working together in order to find new ways to make the clinic run more efficiently and better serve patients. The clinic was experiencing increasing wait lists and was unable to meet the recognized timelines associated with initial access and follow-up appointments for colposcopy. The team took the initiative to identify problems and create solutions that would allow the clinic to run more efficiently. The changes led to a remarkable decrease in wait times for referrals from 24 weeks down to 2 to 4 weeks, and follow-up appointments from 12 months to 3 to 4 months. Because of the team's high standard of integrity, they were able to work together, creating a clinical experience that both staff and patients benefit from.
Teresa's integrity is woven into her every interaction and is the foundation of her work as manager of the Medication Management Safety Team. Teresa leads by example and sets a high standard for transparency and honesty among the team, ensuring they stay objective in their research findings and are clear and respectful in their recommendations. She encourages her team to embrace and work within the full healthcare community, from patients, frontline staff, physicians, and leaders. Teresa's high standard of integrity has ensured the success of her team to provide exceptional support to the entire organization.
Villa demonstrates integrity in her deep care for the physical, spiritual, and mental needs of the residents at St. Joseph's Auxiliary Hospital. She gets to know each resident and their preferences and ensures each one feels special, clean, proud, and important. Villa risked her own safety to prevent what could have been a serious accident for a resident when she was off shift and on her way home. It is clear to the residents and their families that Villa loves her job and does it with integrity by helping people in every way that she can.
It's my pleasure to invite Tracy Sommerfeld, Senior Director of Operations for Acute Services now, to announce the recipient of the Integrity Award.
The Integrity Award celebrates individuals and teams who demonstrate the highest standards of ethics and conduct, whose actions model what they profess to be true. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Award for Integrity. The award goes to Teresa Imla, Medication Management.
Congratulations, Teresa. Our final award tonight is the Stewardship Award. Stewardship involves the wise and responsible use of all of our resources, not just our finances. It includes how we nurture the talents and potential of others, how we protect the earth for future generations, how we build upon a good reputation or the legacy of our founding congregations of religious sisters. Recipients demonstrate the principles of stewardship and recognize that as stewards, we have been entrusted with the privilege of walking with people in a time of vulnerability. Our stewardship nominees.
Brigida stepped up as team leader for the Infection Prevention and Control Champion team at the Grey Nuns, which has benefited from her stewardship. With humility, enthusiasm, and passion, she has taken the lead in education, audits, and activities to promote hand hygiene and other infection prevention practices. This has proved to be very successful in changing the attitudes on her unit regarding infection prevention. She has also advocated to provide education sessions to nursing students from the U of A and Norquest College. Because of Brigida's excellent stewardship, the medicine program has benefited greatly, which has enabled staff to provide the best care to the people they serve.
The Community Day Support Team demonstrates stewardship by utilizing resources to create an enjoyable environment for seniors at St. Joseph's Auxiliary Hospital, while also creating engaging experiences like reviewing flyers to find the best deals on cookies and coffee. The team orchestrated a garage sale, which raised $1,300 and involves staff and residents working together. They created a thankfulness tree which promoted support and encouragement from clients, as well as staff. The Community Day Support Team has been resourceful in creating an atmosphere of teamwork where everyone feels included and supported.
The lab at St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose has been implementing stewardship practices to help reduce costs and improve work efficiency. The team has become more efficient by analyzing the different types of waste in the lab and creating a system to better dispose of it. The end result was a decrease in biohazard waste costs and a decrease in the types of waste containers used. Because of the lab's commitment to best stewardship practices, they have reduced costs and saved time, which benefits the quality of care provided to those in need.
Maria practices stewardship as a seamstress at the Edmonton General by making the best use of the supplies she has on hand and treating the equipment as if it were her own. Maria was initially involved with marking equipment for the Be Light program. She diligently kept track of how many items were in circulation each week, while also knowing exactly which units were using the proper laundry bags. Maria is creative, skilled, and flexible to make sure she uses the supplies available to meet the requests of different units, in order to create products that are functional, durable, and improve the lives of residents. Maria demonstrates stewardship with a positive, resident-centered, can-do attitude.
The newborn metabolic screen during Skin to Skin team demonstrated stewardship through an initiative that decreased time and stress for both mother and baby, as well as lab nurses. The team created a system where the newborn metabolic test is taken while baby and mom are doing skin to skin, thus reducing stress and pain for the infant. This also improved efficiency during blood collection of newborns and reduced wasted time and resources. This multidisciplinary team achieved success by incorporating a family-oriented, cost-effective initiative that benefits everyone.
I'd like to call Paige Bailey on behalf of the operating room team from St. Mary's Hospital in Camrose to announce the recipient of the Stewardship Award.
The Stewardship Award recognizes a steward as one who is entrusted with a precious gift and celebrates those who use resources wisely to ensure the sustainability of our mission into the future. It is indeed my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2017 Covenant Health Mission Award for Stewardship. The award goes to Maria Kasorik, Edmonton General Continuing Care.
Congratulations, Maria. And let's give all of our recipients a great round of applause. I would now like to invite Patrick Damali to offer some final words of acknowledgement.
Well, I have to admit, when I heard that Ed Stelmach was going to talk to us about farming, his passion for the sisters and their legacy, the mission and his commitment and passion for the mission, and his passion for all those who share in the mission, including everybody in this room, I thought that's going to be really inspiring. And Ed, you didn't let us down. But I also thought, if Ed's going to talk about that, we're going to be here an awful long time. And the only one who likes a microphone more than a CEO is a politician, for sure. So well done, Ed. You kept it concise and was inspirational. Bonnie was teasing me about being jazzed up to the stage, and I am jazzed up. I'm always jazzed up by this event. I got here jazzed up, actually. We just spent 2 days at a management retreat, or management forum, talking about where we're going next and how we're getting there and what all the gifts that we have that are going to enable us to achieve great things. I couldn't help but, when listening to Ed, think about, we're coming up on 10 years here as Covenant Health. It's been like a blink of an eye for me. Maybe the wrinkles show it in the gray hair, but it seems like, just yesterday we came together as an organization. And if I think about, and we were talking about this earlier today, that taking the time to celebrate what we've actually achieved as an organization, we've been able to add incredible value for Albertans and for the health system and for the people we care for in our communities across the province. We were able to take the legacy of the sisters and stop trying to protect it and really embrace it and let things go in order for us to move forward in the way that they would have done, ensuring that we were reaching out to our communities and to those who are vulnerable, and ensuring that that was at the core of who we are as an organization. And it couldn't be more evident that we've embraced that by all the stories that I've heard today. So our mission is alive and well. It drives what we do. It is who we are. It's our purpose in being, but it also has led us to great achievements over the last decade. You know, I think about how we've been able to take our mission and create a culture that really enables people to live out their calling, to find fulfillment in their work. And again, every single story here today is another testament to people who are living out their calling and finding fulfillment and caring and selflessly serving others. And that's the culture of Covenant, you know, and Ron Gilbertson's in the audience. He likes to call it the secret sauce. And the secret sauce is that we've taken that mission, created a culture, and we've been rewarded and acknowledged for it. You know, we've been awarded one of Canada's top 10 most admired cultures. And that comes from the mission. It is our people, and it is that culture, and it is that passion that really drives every single achievement that we have. And you know, we're able to demonstrate to government and to AHS and to our communities that we're great stewards of our resources. And we do that because we care about the people who need our care. And so, you know, we find ways to stretch the dollar, to use the infrastructure and all the gifts that we have in order to make sure that people, you know, aren't left in a queue somewhere, aren't left falling through the cracks and the gaps. We also, you know, are good stewards in that we ensure that the quality of services we provide is the best that it possibly can be, and we strive to continuously improve that. And you know, we've been awarded since our very first accreditation with exemplary standings, which is the highest form of accreditation you can have. So nationally recognized for the highest quality of care possible. And it's because, again, of our ability to leverage that passion and that strength of our people that we're able to achieve these great things. As an organization, we've also matured. When we first started, it was all about, you know, we want to produce the best healthcare widgets possible and be the best service provider possible, and we've grown from that. And our board has challenged us to do more than that. And so we've become a leader, and a leader in ensuring that those who are the most vulnerable in our communities get the care that they need. And we do that through advocacy, but we do it through transformation and innovation and system change. And so focusing on things like palliative and end-of-life care, and assisting government and Alberta Health Services to deal with the very challenging legislation that comes from assisted suicide and medical assistance in dying, and embracing that, and embracing those who are in that situation so that they get the best possible palliative care possible, and that, you know, that we respect people's rights, and we in turn expect that they would respect ours. Our palliative care team has just completed a national consensus development that really is setting the pathway for how palliative and end-of-life care can be strengthened and be more robust across the entire country. We also have dedicated incredible time and energy and expertise and resources into our seniors population, and looking at not only how we grow, but how we transform care. And we're embarking on some incredible work for mental health and addictions, just rolling out our next phase of how we're going to provide leadership for those who are often voiceless or marginalized, to, you know, bring their issues to the center and ensure that not only are they an integrated part of our healthy community, but that they get the care and service that they deserve. And then in addition to that, you know, we've grown to be this provincial organization from a bunch of smaller organizations that has tremendous voice and clout in terms of how we transform and innovate across the system. So we're Lethbridge to Bonnyville, but more important, we're from birth to end of life. And so every one of these stories was inspirational about, you know, how on a day-to-day basis, not only do we provide great care, but we find better ways to deliver care, whether that's at the bedside or whether it's at the handoffs between the parts of the system, or whether it's looking for new and innovative ways to meet the needs of our communities. So that is already the legacy of coming together in Covenant Health. We're almost 10 years old, and you know, we can't help but be proud of the work we've done, and we should be very, very proud in celebrating that. Obviously, healthcare comes with a lot of challenges. It's not been easy, and it won't be easy moving forward. We have great infrastructure challenges. We did some work yesterday about what are the greatest risks to our organization, and the number one thing is our infrastructure challenges that exist across the province, whether we have poor infrastructure that's falling down and leaky roofs or equipment that's way past its past due date. We have all sorts of those issues in our organization that we simply need to overcome. We also have a tremendous demand for services. So in many of our organizations and institutions, we're just bursting at the seam. And so, you don't have to look very far. The Bonnyville Health Centre, Camrose, Grey Nuns, Misericordia, across the province. Some ways we're a victim of our own success, but we also are dealing with great growth in population and a shift in demographics, especially our aging population. But despite this, we continue to grow and we continue to innovate and we continue to thrive and we continue to succeed. And so, we're so proud that now we've just opened Evanston Summit, our second seniors housing facility. So if you know anybody in Calgary that wants a great place to live and a great atmosphere, I think we got some rental suites that are available. See Truman at the back on your way out. We also just opened a few weeks ago St. Teresa in Calgary, and it's an absolute marvel, 250-bed facility that is state-of-the-art and rivaled by none in terms of our new facility. And I can guarantee you, with our mission and our people, it won't be long before people are getting the best care in the province in that facility as well. We're just excited about our Killam project. Woohoo, Killam, where are you? Can I have a woohoo? So in the next couple of weeks, we're finally going to tender our Killam project out. It's been a long time coming, but it's going to be a fantastic addition to that community. Not only a new building, but a new model of care. I think that will be something that we can emulate across the province as the way to deliver care in rural Alberta. And of course, as Ed mentioned, the Misericordia Emergency Department. And so phase one of hopefully what are many phases to come to rebuild and modernize that hospital for the next 30 or 40 years. So on top of all those great accomplishments, for me, I think we're really poised for great things. We have a great, solid plan. We have a tremendous board. We have incredible community board members, a really strong and vibrant foundation and series of foundations across the province, a dynamic leadership team at Covenant Health, and many people such as yourselves who are passionate about the mission, about our organization, and about ensuring that people get the care that they require. And so for that, I think I couldn't be more optimistic. As I said, I was jazzed up when I got here. You might have to sedate me on the way out. Maybe the red wine will help me on the way out, so I'm not speeding home and getting a speeding ticket. But the stories that we heard here tonight are nothing short of inspirational. The work that you do every day is remarkable. The way that you care for your communities and for each other and for our patients is nothing short of inspirational. And so for me, when I have a day that I'm feeling like, maybe the politics or the funding or, the nonsense of bureaucracy are getting in the way, I draw on moments like this, and it really recharges my tank to think about the 15,000 folks in Covenant Health who are on a daily basis giving everything they have to ensure that people get the care that they require. And so we owe you a great debt of gratitude, and I am very appreciative of the work that you do, and I'm, as I said, nothing short of inspired by you. So thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Patrick. 10 years doesn't seem that long until you start listing all those amazing accomplishments and things to look forward to. So we're very close to your opportunity to mingle and to congratulate and celebrate with one another. I just have a few housekeeping items to instruct us on. So the first, and this is also going to be difficult, For our award recipients, I ask you to come up to the stage as soon as our program ends. So there will be a crush of well-wishers and huggers and congratulators coming to you. If you can steal away for just a moment, we're going to do a group photo. So I invite all the recipients to come to the stage, and we'll take a quick photo, and then you can really start celebrating. The second thing I want to tell you is that tomorrow there'll be an announcement that goes out that tells the stories of our recipients, and it will direct you to our website and to all the videos that you saw tonight. So later tonight they will be posted. So please share this link with others, and that's an invitation as well to revisit that Mission Awards page throughout the year when you need a bit of a mission boost. And so go back to that. The website also gives you points for nominating someone, how to identify a potential Mission Award nominee, how to write a good submission. So you can actually start thinking about your nominations now. So it's never too early to think about that for next year. Finally, I want to thank all those who made this event possible, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes. This evening's success can be attributed largely to the attentive planning and thoughtful care of Shay Perrette. I say we give her credit for everything that worked, and anything that didn't is probably the things I was responsible for. So thank you, Shay, for all your hard work and double-checking the double-checking to make sure it all goes off smoothly. With special thanks to Lisa Bruel, Kelly Skinner, Megan Ellis, Michelle Hawgood, our videographer and photographer, Matt Drindenberg, the Adjudication Committee, the Site Champions, and the Site Award Committees, all for your contributions to make this event come together. So thank you all for your contributions. We are very pleased to have our own Gem Catering providing the exquisite refreshments that you'll soon be able to enjoy. So thank you to Gem for our food tonight. And we'll conclude the awards gala with these words from Mother Teresa that speak to the small but incredible impact we make each day. While we may not do great things, we can do small things with great love. Love isn't a word we've heard a lot today, but I think it's at the heart of the encounters that we celebrated. Self-giving and courageous love, echoing the biblical instruction, may all that you do be done in love. Or the recent words from Pope Francis in his TED Talk that came out this week, which I encourage you all watch. The encouragement that life is about interaction and that we all need each other. With that approach, our mission will continue to reach many and to transform lives. So on behalf of the Board of Covenant Health, the senior team, and my mission ethics and spirituality colleagues, thank you for attending, and we look forward to seeing you at the 2018 Gala. Now, as you go to enjoy your refreshments and take time to celebrate, please feel free to tweet a few selfies. There's the hashtag. Join the conversation, and safe travels to all who are traveling tonight. God bless you, and good night.